Hey guys, it's Frank here with the grand finals of Tank 22. This is going to be game one, Theory versus MSRM. So here's Theory, there's MSRM. It's going to be an Infernal versus Infernal. We're going to see MSRM opening up with an Iron Vault and Conclave for Theory. And it looks like these Hexen are going to find each other. Oh no, no, the Hexen are going to miss each other. But low ground, we've got a Conclave going down. So Iron Vault Conclave and Iron Vault Conclave. Interesting. Why get the health flower? Doesn't really matter, I guess. Hexen's going to get a couple of shots off. I wonder if he's going to try and do a body block on the build here. Because we know this imp is going to try and build a meat farm. There we go. Does build the meat farm. Hexen's going to Tusken Raider dance his way back home. While Theories... There we go. While Theories Hexen also returns home and possibly starts... No, isn't going to start the camp just yet. Needs some army units first. First two gaunts are going to pop out. We don't see... Okay, the Hexen's not going to initiate just yet. Alright. And it looks like, yeah. The infestation is going to drop on that slime. Second one going to drop right over there. Micro's back his gaunt that's getting injured. He's moving along, progressing along well. MSRM's a little bit ahead of him though. He's got two gaunts and 4 fiends. Up to Theories, 3 fiends, 2 gaunts. But he's also got a brute here that I'm assuming, is that where the other 2 fiends came from? Possibly. Anyway, Micro's back. I really like seeing this this fiend micro. Oh, almost loses one. All right, it looks like that'll be the speed camp for both. We still haven't seen Theory split his brutes yet, but I wonder if that's because he wants to save the split until they're actually in combat, so they have the full white health. See both of Theories. Okay, so we are going to see a little bit of a mini engagement already in the 2.5 minute mark. We see. Oh, is that gaunt going to get turned into a fiend? It does. While these brutes are going to work on the frontline fiends. Yeah, it looks like MSRM's still got a healthier fiend count for now, but that's not counting the splittable fiends that would come out of these brutes. All right, and Theory's just going to go back home. Not a whole lot to see here. He's going to chill out on the speed camp, though, while MSRM takes his vision camp. And I think... Uh-oh. Theory already built a meat farm next to this the passive Luminite. Interesting. That's... Oh, and the Bruiser was stuck behind his own cleaver there for a little bit. All right, so he puts down the skull on the Bruiser, but is the infest going to last long enough for him to actually turn it into a fiend? Looks like it does. Maybe I didn't see it. Anyway, so he does have more passive Luminite coming in. His expansion went down. Both expansions went down, and it looks like, yeah, MSRM's gonna have it going a little bit quicker. He did see okay, his Fellhogs definitely spot the. Oh, sorry about that. Ad break incoming. Okay, so it looks like Theory's going to come up to contest his own vision camp, which is fine. He's going to get the vision, but he's not. He's not going to get the Luminite. Okay, does get the infest on the brute there. I don't know if it's going to die though. No, I don't think it will. The health camp passive is going to keep it alive. Yep. So the infest goes away. Theory's going to hang out at his own vision camp. And he does see MSRM's army leaving. Alright, but knowing that Theory's up in the top left, MSRM's going to come over here and pressure this Luminite camp, kill all the Fellhogs. Probably going to get rid of the meat farm as well. But Theory was wanting to get his passive Therium up more than defending a single meat farm. So we are going to see, let's see here, it's not fully saturated yet, and same for Theories. He's going to build a meat farm down there, probably defensively, but probably just needs, doesn't want to be, oh, Theory's supply block. That's a rough spot to be in. Okay, so Theory recaptures the center creep camp. Do we see any tech coming out yet? Yeah, the Plague Axes are probably done for both sides. We see Plague Axes down there. Oh, no Plague Axes for MSRM just yet. Got a couple of those Plague Axes off while he was standing on Shroud briefly. And that Hexen being able to impart Shroud on, or impart Infestation on stuff is going to be really helpful as well. Theory does deny the Vision Camp and grabs it for himself very quickly. One Fiend runs forward just to get some scouting information and dies in the process. So we see... Okay, now both sides have Plague Axes. Superstone goes down, and it's still able to hit a lot of those frontline units. So Theory's going to back up a little bit. None of his Gaunts have Infest, though. Oh, well, he fixes that by putting down a Nightfall Infestation, which grabs a huge amount of the of MSRM's Gaunts. Let's see here. No, he just doesn't have the unit numbers, though. His army count's way too small. I think Theory's overcommitted a little bit. Yeah. And now he's down to 42 supply to MSRM's 64. I think MSRM's going to try and come by and counterattack, or at least do a little bit of aggression. If not, just grabbing all the camps that Theory grabbed, which is all of them, it looks like, across the map. But we also see, what is that? Yeah, a couple of Gaunts and a Brute that are going to grab the passive Luminite. Alright, but we see Weavers out on the map. Oh no! And all those Fiends could have gone straight into the main, but they didn't. Weaver's not a good matchup against Gaunt since against these Fiends since they're doing percentage damage. They it's not that they're not going to do damage, it's just inefficient. You want to be targeting the units with the highest health with these Weavers that are going to do that percentage damage. We do see a Magmadon getting great stomps off in the backline Gaunts. And yeah, MSRM's Hexen is pretty high on mana here. I think he needs to be spending some of that. All right, we see the Magmadon finally go down, and we don't see much in the way of units for Theory. I mean, Theory only had what, 2 Weavers and 4 Gaunts. I think. Oh, all right, we do see another Magma out here. Forgive me. Yeah, this is not something that MSRM wants to fight into. Okay, so Theory does hold. That's a lot of corpses on the map, but it doesn't matter because this is 1v1. And corpses aren't really used for anything just yet. I don't know if they're going to be used for anything in 1v1, or if they're just going to keep that a co-op thing. Yeah, we'll have to see. We do see a Fiend over here with 1 health. Yeah, 1 health Fiend coming around to snipe. There we go, to get that passive Therium. Doesn't spot this third coming down, third or fourth coming down for MSRM. And it looks like Theory hasn't invested much into any more expansions. So I don't know what he's going to be doing about that. We do see Theory coming in for to get this level 2 speed camp, so that's going to help build a little bit of a bank up without having to spend much besides health points on his army. Okay, so this shrine's about to finish. This shrine's halfway done. We really need to see some kind of expansion for Theory here if he's gonna want to avoid being there we go. Yeah, those Weavers doing massive damage to the Brute. Excuse me, to the Bruiser. Alright, we see that Magmadon mowing the lawn just to open up a little pathway. And I think this might be like a very aggressive expansion if he does decide to expand over here, just to make sure that his units can reinforce from this expansion that's going to be a lot closer to MSRM's base. A bunch of these Fiends are going to come forward and... yeah, basically just thrown into the wood chipper. Every single one of them goes down. And Weaver count looks like it's favoring Theory. Well, not anymore. Okay, so Theory does spot this this shrine. I think he wants good surface area. Oh, abducts the Magmadon. Alright, so swapping Weavers. Yep, Weaver's harpooning Weavers. Magmadon does go down mid-stomp, but we see a Super Stone go down for MSRM. Yep, and another Weaver abduct on this Weaver. And this Magmadon's going to chase away all those Gaunts, just out of fear of getting great surface area on the stomps. It's a pretty big threat. Okay, so we see all three of these Conclaves are out of charges. You can tell by the number of statues that are pouring blood into that pool. Magmadon charging on forward and doesn't have... I think his stomp is on cooldown right now. But he's taking so much damage from these Gaunts. But these Gaunts over here are not fighting these Gaunts over here. We do see a Nightfall Infestation goes down on Theory's aggressive Gaunts. But it looks like not much is going to get done with it. And there's the GG from MSRM. That's going to be Game 1 for the Grand Finals of TANC 22.